Now it's shown we could take 7 ships into combat, which is quite a lot. Actually, I thought we'd be capped at like 4 or 5. So do we want to actually take all these guys in? I don't think there's much of a downside to it. They're not going to take much damage. And then we will frontline with these two. And then what we can do is just let them come to us, because I already know the AI is going to do something stupid like that. So we'll leave these guys back here. We won't tie them together necessarily, but we'll put them so close to each other that they're effectively tied. What is this thing? Is there any more space maybe? Yeah, these things do not want to cooperate. All right, that's fine. So if we have a solid line back here, and then the 2 heavies up front, these guys will take most of the brunt, and then these will get some extra shots in or something. So let's try it. What I want to do though, if I can get these guys to move a little bit closer to each other, maybe not where they're like playing bumper boats, but just a little bit closer. And then same thing here. I wouldn't even mind this guy being broadside, but maybe that's not a good idea. I'm going to scoot in a little bit. Yeah, we'll try some different tactics here. I don't know what the right call is. It's not really a tough battle, but you know, it's always better to be efficient anyway. So I'm going to speed this up till they get close, and then we'll come back for the fight. Right, these guys are definitely playing bumper boats, so having them too close to each other is a bad thing. I keep hearing that they just keep... There, there goes again. They're just getting pushed into each other. So kind of funny. I wish we could tie them up or give an order to have them all tie into each other so you could just have a giant line, but I don't know if that's even a thing. But all right, let's slow this down, straighten out a little bit, and let's start working on here. Do we have anybody that's going to get shot? Yeah, if they start moving up closer, yep, like this idiot. Don't do it, dude. Alright, we can't miss this target. It's so big. Okay, I just missed. So we gotta go a little higher. There we go. Good hit. Go even a little bit higher to get that top deck. Oh, we hit the mast, center mast. How many? They have 66 on that ship, so we do want to take as many of those guys out as we can. Okay, we got 2 there. 2 more. I hit a little bit too low. Right, I'd like to wipe these guys out front. I just completely missed. There we go. All right, that was a good shot. 4, and they're past our targeting, so we have to... let's try to board that ship, actually. Can we? Yeah, see, they're trying to get through to get to our smaller ships for some reason. They just... Not to be so crude, but they have a hard-on for little ships. I don't know what that is. Here we go. We're going to use our javelins to full effect here. If I can actually hit a target. There we go. Alright, let's keep hitting these guys. Alright, this is a pretty hectic fight. I think it looks like we're winning it in terms of like kill death ratio. Or we're out. Let's go down and pick up some more. Okay, so we cleared that ship out. Where's our resupply? Is there a resupply over here? There is. Alright, sweet. So we don't have to go all the way to the other end. Alright, let's keep loading these guys up with javelins. There we go. And also don't let these javelin or these archers and crossbows get too many shots off. Okay, they're pretty much wiped out. I see a couple deaths here and there from our troops, but I think overall we did pretty well here. Now there is still another ship over there that's not doesn't look like they're taking too much damage. So let's go check it out. Alright. Hook me up, dude. Hook me up. Get this thing hooked. And we, yep, there it goes. Alright, there's 2. Yeah, they're all dead. So we ended up surrounding that one, then that's an enemy ship. Hopefully we get one of the heavies, because they had 2 of them. We have a pretty high chance of getting it. We got 25 losses to their 88. Well, I guess if you look at the whole thing, 179 to 56, so not that good of a ratio, actually. I'd be curious to see who took the most losses. So we took 9 out of the 25. That's kind of a lot, considering there's 4 armies here. So that could have to do with us just being in the front. Yeah, younglings. That's fine, though. Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just trying to figure out what we could have done better there, but I think that worked out pretty well. So let's go ahead and off with this head. Don't care, prepare to meet your maker. There you go. Now we do have a lot of prisoners still, 73. So I don't know if we need to take too many more, but let's see if they have anything good. So like the Sky God Chosen, we'll take some of those. And if they have some of the higher tier elite troops, I would like some of those, but I don't think they have that. Anything else we'll just pass on. Yep, that looks like it's about it. So we'll move on. We should get really good armor here. Yeah, at least we got two things. Oh, it's going to be an upgrade for us even. Yep, it's a better looking hauberk. Perfect. Now, please give us a boat. Yes, we got a round ship. Perfect. We got at least one. We did get a trade cog, which is a medium, but it only holds 30, so it's not going to be great for fighting. Anyways, let's take them all. We'll sort it out later. Yeah, we'll have to sort it out later. It's not a big deal for now. We're not, at this point, I don't think we're running. Actually, you know, we should probably figure that out right now. They have decent stuff. I think what we should do is figure out, can we fit our troops on the 3 that we have? So if we have, this is 108, 108, and 132. So 340, 350-ish. And we have 3, yeah, so we can hold pretty much all of our troops on these 3 ships. So if we wanted to just fight us without having these little ships from our allies or our other clan members, we can do it. This guy does have a front-facing ballista, so he would actually be pretty damaging. Still need to get one for our other one. Yeah, and these guys still need a bunch of upgrades. I think what we'll probably do at some point is replace all these with the drillmen. I think the drillmen is the way to go. Or we keep the drillmen, and then we do the Viking ship. Oh, the only thing that's bad about the Viking ship is it's shallow draft. And I really want to have deep sails. But it has a really high crew capacity on the deck, which would be very nice to have. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, we'll confirm. We'll take these. We should not be too much over our limit now. Yeah, see, we're not. So troop capacity is fine. Disorganized. We're over our fleet size, which is slowing us down a lot. But we shouldn't have any issues with... Oh, they just came off. Yep, I just saw the smoke stop. So let's get over here and raid this thing. There we go. Give me your troops. Somebody already took them. We'll take recruits. Raid it, and then we'll go to the next one and wait, because these are all going to start healing in a few seconds. And yeah, they haven't even started starving yet, so we need to do this twice. Here we go, first village is down. Let's keep tabs on this town. Yeah, see, it's not really starving much now. Oh, you know what? I rated this one second and this one third. I forgot, I skipped it. Actually, let's do it in order so it's easier to tell if we have to do it again. I don't think we'll have to do it again, but just in case. Here we go. We're maxed out. Our party's just about. Actually, we can check it quickly here on the party screen. Yeah, these guys are short by 10, by 9. Here we go. We just re-rated the last of the 4. They're all down. Should be starving completely now. Nope, almost. So minus 48, they've got 3 days of food left. And actually their garrison has shrank, I think. Wasn't it in the 600s? I could be wrong about that, but I feel like it has downsized a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's go back on the waters, just in case we can pick up another noble. Here we go. Right, they're down to 12 food. They're starving as of tomorrow. Yep, minus 106. We should see that garrison dwindling. So 584. 584. Come on, garrison, go away. 584. I don't know why they're not going away. We're taking damage on our ships. Let's get them on the beach. 584. Why are these guys not starving? They should absolutely be starving right now. I wonder if we have enough to siege without them sailing out. And if that's the case, what the heck were we doing then? Maybe we just wasted a bunch of time doing that, but maybe not. I think it does starve faster if you do that. If you drain their food pool first. Oh my god, I got 53 perks to choose. Let me do that, and then we'll think about sieging or waiting. I have a feeling they are not going to sally out because we have even numbers with the garrison, but they have a militia on top of that. The militia is just not going to participate in the fight very much. They're pretty much just a waste of space, so we're going to go ahead and siege. Let's go ahead and besiege the town. And again, we get this stupid freaking... I don't know why it always does this. Every time you siege, you get something like this. So we could decrease morale by 20, which literally does nothing. Already gains 100 shared experience, 50% chance of 5% of your troops getting wounded, which is not really that big of a deal. They're not dead. So let's, yep. So we got wounded, but we get a bunch of upgrades from that, I believe. Whoops. No, I think it was literally 100 XP total. So not worth it, but not a big deal. So we'll get this thing set up, the siege camp, and then we'll try to build some siege weapons. So they have 3 days of food left. It's because they have food on the market. That's why. Market food stocks. Yeah, that makes sense. So settlement food stocks is the granary that we drained by raiding their villages. And then they still have the stuff on the market. So if we were to go in and buy it out before we did the siege, which obviously we can't because we're at war with them, but that would be the way of doing that. Anyways, let's go ahead and build up these. We'll have to take the walls down or something like that. Alright, so there we go. We got a blockade. They can't get in anymore, so no more trading. And they should be starving. Alright, we've got all of our siege equipment ready. Let's go and space them out so they don't all come out at the same time, because I've noticed when they start shooting at the same target, but if you space them out, that tends to help a little bit. Oh boy. There's an army coming. It's not a big one, but it is an army, and we're still trying to starve these guys out. Let's see if anybody else is coming. I wouldn't actually mind fighting these guys. So 316 infantry. They've got 45 landing and crossbowmen. I don't see a lot of recruits in there. So this could actually be a legitimate army. The problem is we haven't starved the garrison out. So yeah, I think we have to fight this. And then just hope that we don't get completely wrecked. Oh, they didn't? Yep, they're going to come in.
Halt there. So
Okay, so... Oh, and they sallied out. Yeah, that makes sense that they would sally out. Can we take 1190? I guess the good thing here is if we win, we should eventually be able to get in without fighting the main, because they're sallying out, right? So if we wipe them, then we're good. Also, I just want to point out, this idiot has 33 ships. He has 29 light ships. That's pretty funny. And then a lot of these others... Actually, they have a decent amount of heavies. Now that I look at the other small parties. So that wouldn't be that easy of a fight on the waters, because they do have a lot of heavies. If it was mostly just like this, all lights, like this one right here, especially one light ship, that would be a little bit of an issue. But this, most of them have heavies. Well, we don't have much of a choice anyways. If we try to get away, we're going to kill half of our army just doing that. So that's probably not a good option. We have to fight. We have to win. And once again, we're getting a completely blank map. There's just nothing here. There's no mountains. There's no choke points we can use. Yeah, this is rough, man. This is rough. We are towards the back edge of the map, so I guess that's kind of helpful. I guess we could use the water as like a corner if we wanted to corner camp a little bit. We might have to corner camp. Well, not that I want to particularly, but we might need to. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do this, but I think what we'll probably do is square formation up in front. We need to get our archers spread out a little bit. Kind of hard. They're not really cooperating too much with the map, but part of the reason is because we have horses mixed in there, so we'll have to let's dismount.
dismount! Soldiers! Dismount!
Dismount. Now we're going to have reinforcements here, right? Yeah, we only have 330 on the field. I kind of wish I had that mod. I have a mod that lets you go up to 2,000 troops, but I don't know if it works in war sales. So I don't think it's been updated. It may still work. Some of the mods, they still work even though it's not specifically for war sales. So whatever they changed wasn't something that was changed in the DLC. But
Soldiers! Square! Face outward!
That's definitely not what I asked you guys to do. Oh god, they're doing the skinny square. Okay, so
Shields up!
yeah, that's not gonna work.
Soldiers!
The square formation I had them in before I tried to move them was perfect. It was nice and thick. There's a tiny hole in the middle, but for the most part it's just a thick square on all sides. I guess if you do it in battle, it's just not a good square. It's terrible. Yeah, it's like 1 or 2 troops thin, and it's just a huge square that covers a lot of space, but it's just not useful because it's so thin. It's gonna get broken, and then they'll have to shift their positions, and they won't be fighting when they're shifting. It's the same thing that was going on with it last time, why I stopped using it. But anyways, enough ranting about formations. They have one group of 135 cav, and then they have another of 2, so I don't know what's up with that. We might need to... How are our archers looking? 131. Yeah, let's actually pull our shield wall back so that we're closer to the archers. We might actually need to use the archers in melee. That might actually be a thing. But we'll see. I don't want to make that determination yet if we don't have to. And these guys are kind of at a depression. Can they even see? Yeah, they can still kind of get shots off. Okay, here they come. I think what we'll do is skew our infantry towards the right, since that's where the cav are, and we want to counter the cav. I feel like if we counter the cav, our archers should be able to at least stand somewhat effectively against their melee and their archers. Yep, here we go. They're going big shield wall, but they're doing the same thing. Okay, stop moving, stop moving. You're gonna get destroyed. Just stop moving. There we go. You need to absorb that. Oh my god, that's a lot of arrows. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. There we go, we got one loss. They're taking more than we are. Kind of an insignificant number, but still, they are still taking losses. Do we want to burn all of our ammo on this? Because we're getting kills, but it's not a significant amount. I almost would rather them come in. And I really hope our shields can withstand. It's a lot of arrows, man. Yeah, look how many arrows that is. They don't do a whole lot of damage at this range, though. So, 26 kills. See, the problem is if we use all our arrows, we're just going to be hosed. So, we'll maybe go to half, and then we'll hold fire. And then force them to come in. Yeah, they still haven't really... They've only killed 2. I'm gonna hold fire. Yeah, let's just hold. Speed this up here, because this is just going to be a bombardment phase. We're starting to lose some troops. What is going on here? So who's getting killed? Is it the low tier? Convoy guard, warrior. Yeah, it's pretty low tier. So either they didn't have a shield or they have a weak shield. So we're still okay. Let's just keep going. They should be out of arrows very soon. Yep, there they come. And what we could even do is we could move up and let our archers pick up some of these arrows that are on the floor. Although it looks like most of them disintegrated. Alright, let's go. Fire wheel again. Have at them, boys. And yeah, that's much better. And then we want to target these shields. Oh my god, I just missed. We don't want to take damage here. We need to stay alive for at least 2 waves. This is not their whole army. Can we take out those cav in the back? Damn, that's a tough angle to hit, so. Alright, we're gonna go F1, F3 in line formation for our front line. We don't want to stay in shield wall for this because they actually fight much better if they're let loose. Right, here we go, we gotta get in there. Okay, that's too much damage. We need to back up. Alright, so we're about half. Let's actually fight with our shield out in this case. Oh, their cav are stuck. They're gonna get hit. They're gonna get hit by a lot of arrows here. And by our little axe, but it does some decent damage. There's a noble. Can we take him? Actually, let's go. We're not in danger of getting hit by archers back here. Oh, crap. Did we lose our front line? No, we didn't. Alright, they're running for our archer line is what they're doing. Right, get back, get back, get back. Shield wall, and hold. Let's go back to the shield. Okay, did we run out of arrows? Kinda did. I'm gonna I'm gonna have these guys charge whatever formation this is. I want to charge them. I'm gonna have my archers come up, and maybe they'll be able to scavenge some arrows or something off the floor. We need to get some ammo back. I don't know what formation this is, but let's just give them a general charge command, and hopefully our troops know what to do. Here we go. We're going after him. You cowardly archers. I say that as like 60% of our forces. No, probably more than that. Maybe like 70% of our forces archer. Yeah, they're doing pretty well in melee too. But let's not charge all the way up. We just wanted to get the ones in the front line, so we're good. That was the first wave down. We cut down 574, and they cut down 98. And of those 98, we only lost 52. So not too bad. Can we get our archers up here?
Soldiers!
Preferably in a smaller formation so that we can get some of these arrows.
Forward! Soldiers! Forward!
Okay, they have more cav coming. Here we go. Landian Knight got dismounted somehow. Alright, brace for impact. And then start stabbing these pieces of garbage. There we go. We need our two-handed. We don't have enough range. There we go. We gotta be real careful though. Pretty vulnerable. Let's go back to the shield until we know they're stuck. There we go, Ferris. Okay, that is most of their strength, I think. If I had to guess, those troops in the back are the lower tier. So we're probably okay. Let's move our infantry to counter that, because I think they're trying to move to our archers. Ideally, we would not allow that. Are they retreating? No, they're coming in. They're charging in. Alright, I'm tempted to drop this and pick up this long spear. Yeah, let's take the spear, so at least we can do something. Actually, can we spear brace? We can. Alright. We're leading from the front. Oh, they changed. You cowards. You cowards. They ran. I was ready to spear brace too. Yep, they're running. We were totally going to go for it too. I mean, I don't care if we died. If we go out swinging. That was an epic fight. Alright, a little sad we had to corner camp, but I don't know that we would have done as well if we didn't. So what's the total damage? 55 losses is very sustainable. We can definitely handle that. And wait, why do we have... Whoa, 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 what happened? What happened? They're coming through again. They're gonna couch lance our guys. What the hell, dude? What the hell is that? They get to attack for free? That's really dumb. Our guys aren't even defending. Alright, we need to end it. Sorry if you have a lot of kills. We're not going to see it. We got to deal with this. So they're definitely getting their heads cut off. You freaking cheating bastards. So there's one down. Yep, this guy as well. Let me get through this real quick. Here we go. That is 6 nobles down. 6 or 7. I think it was 6. Maybe our companions have some. We'll have to check their prisoner. What else? Did we want to take any of these? Probably not. We still have a lot of prisoners that we need to get through. So unless they have... I think the only one we'll take is the Huskarl, which they don't have. What about one step down? Shield Companion, Hearthguard, they don't have any, so that's fine. We'll just pass. Decent amount of upgrades. We did lose some people, so let's go ahead and replace some of those losses at least. And this is what I wanted to see. We've got a ton of armor here. Ooh, we actually got an upgrade for our one-handed axe. Kind of curious to see what that is. Quality, not a huge upgrade, but it is a little better. 79 cut damage is pretty good for a one-handed axe. Okay, sweet. So that's that battle down. I don't think... Oh, we took it. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. We didn't take out the whole army. Half of them did retreat, and I guess we just automatically take them prisoner. So we'll have to see. Let's go to... First thing... Go to the dungeon. Yep, there's some people in here that are losing their heads. Can we do it from here? Nope. Okay, 2 more. We're going to cut. Cannot execute hero right now. We probably have to leave the town then, maybe? So I want to do that before we do anything else. Yep, there they go. So Morcon, if I remember correctly, that is Durthert's son. So he's going to be not too happy with us, I think. But also I don't care. So, what are we doing now? Let's pull. We can finally repair our fleet, call the fleet in. Oh, it's already in the settlement. Perfect. So we can manage it from here. Let's sell some of these, and we need to get our companions sorted. Although I have a feeling they're going to keep moving ships around, which I don't really want them to do. We do have a trade cog. We're going to sell it anyways. And then, can we... Oh, this place doesn't have... It doesn't have good upgrades. Yeah, it doesn't have good upgrades. It does have this one, though, the upgraded ores. So that's good. But that's literally the only good thing here. So we'll take that for some increased movement speed. Yeah, everything else will have to go somewhere else. It does have the quiver and throwing weapon upgrades. We'll take that as well. And then we can install another figurehead. Why don't we do crew battle morale? Not that that helps, but I guess better than nothing. And then, yeah, we don't need anything here. It's these two that need some upgrades still. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual town itself. So Manage Town, it's in decent shape. It's got level 3 fortifications. A lot of these are level 3 actually. This is a great first starting settlement. Do we have a... Nope, don't have anybody in there. So we could assign somebody if we wanted to. I'm totally hitting the wrong buttons. So I want to put a governor in here. And almost everybody we have is a governor, is Nord. So they should be able to handle it, but let me think about this. We'd have to give up one of our fighters. Yeah, actually, most people don't have that good of perks for these because we didn't have them leveling up other skills like steward and medicine and engineering. There's some really good ones in those, and we haven't really been doing that with people. So maybe we can spend some time leveling up some people in those 3 categories, some of the other ones, and then we can use somebody. But I think for now, we should be okay. Loyalty is at -1 because we're starving, but that'll go away. Notable relations, that's new. Yeah, that's new. And it's going to be negative because we've been raiding all their villages, I would imagine. Yeah, the town's fine, but the villages probably hate us. So anyways, we'll stay in here and guard it, make sure that nobody comes in and messes with it. So let's get train... No, actually, let's get festival and games. So +3 loyalty, we'll get that above 50. And then we'll just hang out here for a little bit. Also, we need to buy
I offer you
all... Yeah, let's buy everything here. So the tannery for 30k. We got the brewery,
I am on
3k, and the wood workshop,
I am on
31. So there's 100k down the drain, but we're still in pretty good shape. And we're going to make... I think we're going to make really good money from Havalvik once we get it not starving. And oh, I didn't realize the prosperity is already 7,000 here. That's pretty good. Granted, we're we're like 10 years in. Yeah, we're 10 years into the campaign. It took a very long time to get here. But yeah, 7k is still not bad even for that time. So why don't we do this? Let's just heal up, get everybody healed back to full. Hopefully they can recruit. And some people are asking for peace. If they want to pay us, that's fine. So like I said, now that we're a kingdom, we're able to do peace because we actually earned it. In the early game, we had to overcome that big hurdle, but I think at this point we can do it. That's fine. So if people want to start doing peace deals, I'm good with it. Here we go, more. So we got Western Empire, they're going to pay us 940. Northern Empire, 140. That's fine, even though it's a small amount. That's fine. And we're the only clan here, so we get that full amount. Somebody's attacking... Wait, thought we just got a warning that we were getting attacked. That's fine, let's go back. Oh, that's the other thing. We need to trade, for sure. This place has a lot of cash. So let's go ahead and trade. Now, just the trade goods, the stuff on this screen, just this part was 46,000. So we've been saving up for quite a while. We also have probably a little bit too much food. Yeah, 500 days until we'll starve. So obviously too much. So we'll go down to like maybe 350 of each, and then that should be fine. That's still, I mean, that's probably what we'll have until the end of the campaign, to be honest. But okay, what else? Yeah, we already gave everybody gear, so we'll just go up to the full 100k. So we're back up to 600k, and we'll need a little more than that if we want to hire or attract some people to our kingdom. Although I think most people are going to be upset with us, so we might have to hire from within. So we'll see what happens with that. But we did hit leadership 125, so plus 5 party size for each town you control. And we're going to be controlling a lot of towns. So I think this is probably the right call. And then also shared XP after battle. It's always a good one. This one doesn't really matter. The next one will be nice for the renown. We'll get some renown tick from that. And then what are our workshops doing? They may not do that well just because... Oh, here we go. Let's do these first. So Southern Empire is paying us. Sturgia is going to pay us. But Vlandia is probably not going to be too happy. I do want to get peace with these guys as well. But we probably won't get peace with Vlandia. We'll probably stick at war with them for a little while. Or maybe we'll get peace, give us time to bolster our island, get our fleet in order. I don't know, we'll see. We have a haunted dream here. You lie down for a well-deserved nap. Anyways, basically just saying you gotta interpret your dream. We're gonna go with the calculating one. Dreams are but a temporary madness. Heavens don't speak to us in this way. So, probably how I would answer it. Alright, we still need more troops for our companions, so why don't we go visit our villages. We'll recruit back up to full, hopefully. Say hi to everybody, make sure everybody is doing alright. I think we did raid these pretty hard, but they were up here doing their own thing for a while, and I think, yeah, see, 540. Unless they've changed it, the max level is at 600 hearts, so it's not that far away. So we did some damage, but I don't think we did that much damage. Within a year or so, they'll be back to full again. Oh, this one's not doing too good though. 390. So that one has a way to go. We need to probably help these guys. And we still lost somebody to, let's see, we have 529. They had 9 looters and they still managed to kill one. I love the auto-resolve in this game. And then if you fight them in person, because you have so many troops, they spawn back like 1,000 meters away. So it takes forever to fight those in person. Kazate is going to pay us 1,600 a day. Wow. So we're making a tremendous amount of money from tribute. Yeah, with that, it's going to go up to like 6 or 7k. So we should be able to get up to 1 million soon. And then with that, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. We could stock up on troops here in our garrison. Yeah, let's get our garrison fully... Maybe not maxed out, because I don't know if we have the food to support it, but we'll get a bunch of troops in the garrison. And that should ward off anybody trying to attack here. Garrison of 136, yes, it's not that much. All right, before I forget, let's get some more policies going. I want to get the ones that give us a ton of loyalty, because that's going to make a big difference. So forgiveness of debts gives us 2 loyalty. Tribunes to the people gives us 1 loyalty. Trial by jury, I think, is a half. But it does decrease settlement security. So I don't know, it's probably worth it still. Security is pretty easy to deal with. And then there's a bailiff one we can enact. Yeah, here's another one, gives another 0.5 security per day. So, sorry, loyalty. So we'll be at +3 loyalty with all of that. We'll also take a +1 militia production. Here's the one I was talking about. Town security increased by 1 per day, so that counters whatever we just added, and then some. So, and then we'll get some extra influence. That'll be helpful. And magistrates, another flat +1 security. And then we'll enact this one, but we'll have to turn it off once we start recruiting or promoting companions. So towns held by ruler clan gain 1 loyalty and prosperity per day, and then non-ruler lose 0.3. Actually, even that's not that bad. If we can get all the towns to ourselves, that'd be the ideal situation. And then we just pass off all the castles. But we may not get that lucky. I think I've been waiting a few days here. Nobody's showed up. We're pretty much maxed out here. Let's go take that castle and see if that maybe entices them to come a little quicker. We don't really need to worry about too much. I guess, yeah, 637. If they siege this, we could head south quickly and defend it. I don't think they can do that siege camp faster than we can get down there, so I think we'll be alright. Let's besiege. This thing still has a busted wall after all that time. Take our sweet time here and get some siege equipment built. There we go, we got all 4. And we'll take the walls. There we go. And then I think we'll just storm it.